Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. What's in your news today? There are gas stations going out of business in Barbados. More flights are being added for people who want to go to Carnival in Trinidad. Stiffer laws for elder abuse. I think I saw something in your news where they're looking for the families of people who are dead. The coroner's office. We're looking for family members of people who were dead and are they're on ice for like 5 years, 2018, 2019. How could they keep someone on ice for that long? Why isn't there a potter's burial ground? They should just get rid of those dead persons if people did not come to claim them. But anyhow, yeah, they're looking for stiffer laws for people who abuse the elderly. Good luck with that. Innis is moved from federal prison to county jail in the United States. I live here. If you are good in prison, in federal prison, you get a whole lot of days off. So I'm surprised that Donville Innes is not out of federal prison as yet. But I think because he filed the appeals or whatever, he probably kicked up a little dust and they're saying, nah, you're not going to get out any earlier than you should have because from my calendar, he should have been out early January. But here I'm seeing in the Nation news that he was moved from the federal prison to a county jail. That means that he acted up. He had to have acted up because he should have, on good behavior, been out by now. But that's okay. BUT officials visit Parkinson School. Remember that kids were vomiting and fainting and stuff like that. So the BUT officials are trying to figure out what's going on at Parkinson School. Men are urged to get tested. Breast cancer, I think they're trying to say that, hey, it's not only a female thing, it happens to guys too, especially if you smoke a lot of marijuana, you go to Shafed and Kentucky Fried Chicken, that kind of stuff, you get all that extra fat. So, yeah, you should do the breast cancer, whatever, you should become aware of that. Let me go through some cleanup workers the cleanup workers, the people who were working on that temporary assignment, they're getting skill training. They're beginning to get skills training. So that is beginning to happen. Cop said that the guy who killed this woman, let me open it up wider. The guy who is alleged to have killed Melissa Davis, she is, his name is Sean Phillips. He says that he didn't mean to kill her, but in the Barbados Today publication, the e-paper, he also raped her and then choked her to death. So he didn't mean to have an erection, rape her, and then choke her to death. That's what I'm reading in your newspaper. Okay, the woman was dead, found dead, but he didn't mean to kill her, but yet he did rape her. And you also know that rape and sexual crimes that's the bulk of what is in your judicial system, the court system. That's the bulk. That's what you do. I just don't understand, even during slavery, how you were able to get a hard on, but it happens. It did happen because kids were being born. Okay, Craftsman guilty of soldier's murder. That's in your court section. And let me go through. Let me go on. What's in your news? Reducing government expenditure, whatever that means. I'll take a copy and I'll have it run long enough so you can read it. Let's go on. Let's go on. Angelou, an ex prostitute and madam, is being, she's been rewarded. She's dead, but yet you have her. The nation has her in your news. Okay, they're talking about recruiting people into the military there in Barbados. And in your Barbados Today publication, they have this guy, what's his name? Corey Lane. And they have clown, and then they have Corey Lane's photo right underneath it. But clown came with some other words, but it was really strange to have clown and then you see Corey Lane. That was in your news. And they're honing leadership skills, all military, all policing, and two were rewarded because they are like being, rewarded for the skills. Let me see what else is going on. Let me see. Push to grow youth gym program. So they're trying to get kids off the street and into gym, and they're working on the obesity factor that is happening in Barbados. The RSS is training for better security. So that is something that happens over your head. SSS, they're always flying around trying to make sure that there are no illegal ships and boats and that kind of stuff in the oceans. And what happens when that happens, they're bringing in drugs and that kind of stuff. Massey renews vision in 100th year. So Massey has been around for 100 years, and this guy here is grinning. He's very happy. His name is Warner. He's the president and group chief executive officer at Massey Group. I call it Massa Group. But yeah, he seems pretty happy. He's probably being paid very well. What you do? You give them a title, you give them a salary. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, so that's it. I think that's it going through the nation news. And as far as the e-paper is concerned, yeah, it was pretty. The two papers kind of complement each other. But if I see something else that I didn't mention, I'll talk about that in a separate blog. But that is what is in your news. Sherry Veronica.